It's Richard in Scottsdale, Arizona. I put a video out yesterday on the net talking about my experience with Solivay. And today what I want to talk about is Solivay as an investment portfolio for people out there in middle income, upper middle income America today. But before I start, I need to introduce my Solivay bunny. See? It's my Solivay bunny because Solivay represents to me a company that has a tremendous amount of energy moving forward, and I think they're going to energize the informed public, not the entire public, but the informed people that want to know how they can participate in profits of buying essential goods and services that they deal with on a monthly basis. And I think there's going to be two types of people in this country. Those that are going to be informed are going to take advantage of what Solivay is doing, a new method of doing business, and I think the other people will just do the same thing they've always done. But today, I want to talk about Solivay as an investment opportunity for people. Do you know today that if you want to purchase a cell phone franchise, let's take example Cricket. Cricket is a company in the southwest United States, especially here in Arizona, and if you want to purchase a franchise and get in the cell phone business, it costs you $25,000 as a franchise fee, $25,000 of available liquid cash that you need to keep in your business. You need to have a credit score of 720 and above, and you have to have a physical location that's acceptable to the cricket companies, okay? Now, that's going to deter many different people that would like to be in the cell phone business today. But let's look at Solivay. Solivay, on the other hand, is a company. There's no initiation fee. You can become a member of Solivay in what Solivay offers as a business person, okay, just by becoming involved and buying the plan yourself. You get unlimited talk, text, and data on a 4G network with T-Mobile, all for $49 a month. And that entitles you to use Solivay as a business for yourself, okay? And I'll talk about how towards the end of this video. So this provides an opportunity for somebody who wants to invest in themselves, invest in something that they think is a pretty sure thing as an investment. Because today in the marketplace, the stock market is very high risk. Right now it's being funneled with funny money from the Federal Reserve Board, $85 billion a month, going to 12 dealer banks to plug up the holes in their balance sheet, and they're gambling with it in the casino area of derivatives, etc. And the bond market right now, I think, is one of the biggest bubbles out there, and it's no different than the real estate market. And I think that that market is due down the road for the demise that we've seen in other areas. So I think it's a very dangerous market to be in for the common, ordinary person. Leave it up to the professionals that like to play in it. But let's assume that you are approaching retirement. So if you are somebody out there that's middle-aged or in your 50s or in retirement, and you basically don't have money to retire on, because I want to read you the statistics that there's many people out there that I'm describing. And that is that the Employee Benefits Research Institute just released a study last month in March. What it found was that there were fewer workers putting away money for retirement. 75% a year ago, down to 66% today. The reasons? Because of a job loss, because of a health condition, or because of a foreclosure on a house. 49% of these people surveyed had no confidence or very little confidence that they were going to have the ability to retire. 60% of those people surveyed do not have $25,000 set aside as savings or investment for retirement. And 31% of those people have less than $1,000 available to them in savings. 47% left the workforce because of a health condition, a job loss, or a disability. And finally, this one statistic is that those people who are reaching age 65 will live another 20 years. So I think when you look at the economy today, even though the government and the mainstream press likes to tell you that it's improving, I have information from several sources that says that's not the case. In fact, just as of the jobs report of last week, 90 million Americans are out of the job force. These are people that could work, they're at job area, part of their life, they're at an age that they could have a job, but they're out of the workforce. 665,000 people in March were added to that figure. It's now at 90 million. Okay? So that doesn't sound to me like there's a recovery going on. In fact, J.P. Morgan announced this morning that they are going to lay off people in certain departments over the next 18 months. Bank of America the same way. So I think if you take a real hard look at the economy and what's going on in the economy from reliable sources, you'll find out that there really is no recovery underway. So what does that mean for somebody? That means that today we're faced with people that they've had very little ability to get ahead in their life. Wages are declining, cost of living is rising, the investment marketplace is something that you cannot find a good, conservative, predictable investment even if you had the money to retire on. Okay? So let's assume that you could amass $250,000 in an investment portfolio, or a $500,000 investment in an investment portfolio, and you want that money available to you at retirement to cash flow you 6%, which in today's marketplace would be somewhat difficult to find with a good company, but it's possible maybe in utility stocks. Okay? So let's talk about 6% as a figure. If in fact you had 6% invested at $25,000, that'd be $250,000 at 6% would give you $15,000 annually, $1,250 monthly. A $500,000 portfolio would give you 6%, $30,000 annually, $2,500 monthly. In order to amass that kind of money, you would have to save $500 for 40 years to amass $240,000, or put away $1,000 for 40 years to amass almost $500,000 of an investment portfolio. However, today's statistics show 60% of Americans have less than $25,000 in savings at age 65. And with the cost of inflation rising and wages stagnant or decreasing, it's not likely that many people are going to be able to amass any amount of money, especially the numbers I'm talking about. So what is the solution? Well, let's look at Solvay and what they're doing, where you can participate in the profits of a cell phone business. Why not invest in people paying their cell phone bills? Okay? A study was just released out about in the last year that said when a man and a woman leaves their house in the morning, they always take their wallet, they always take their purse. But the other thing that they take equally as well is their cell phone, because the cell phone has become such a part of our life for safety reasons, for personal reasons, for communication, and also for business reasons. So the cell phone is very important. And it's my belief that people into the future, regardless of what is going on in their life financially, they are going to pay their cell phone bill. I think it's very predictable. So, Solvay offers a way that if you are business inclined and you look at Solvay as an investment portfolio for you, you're going to invest in yourself, you're going to invest in human nature of people paying their cell phone bill, and you're going to introduce it to people because you want them to have the same benefit you have. Unlimited talk, unlimited text, unlimited data on a 4G network on T-Mobile across the country for $49 a month. In my opinion, it's the Cadillac of plans. It's the Rolls-Royce of plans. So, that being the case, it's a very easy plan to introduce and then to enroll people. So what do you have to do? Well, enroll 15 people yourself into Solivay. Have them enjoy the same plan you have. Then have those 15 people enroll 3 people apiece for a total of 45 persons. If those 15 people are not enrolling 3 people apiece, have 7 of them enroll 6 people. It makes no difference. What you need is a combination of having a minimum of 54 people between you and them enrolled in Solivay. That's the minimum number, 54 people. If you enroll 54 people into Solivay, then your income will be $1,250 per month for every month that those people pay their cell phone bill. And I'll tell you, if they're paying $49 for unlimited talk, text, and data, and they went ahead, like most people, like myself, and reduce or eliminate that bill, they're going to keep that bill for a long time to come, because there's no plan that can match that. And when you see what Solivay has on the drawing board for other services and goods that they are going to introduce, there's even more reason to be a member of Solivay and to keep that membership. Now, if you want $2,500 a month, okay, do the same thing all over again under a separate ID. Either have it under your spouse's social security number, or you can set up a limited liability company and put it under a business number, okay? And the cost of setting up a limited liability company is very easy. Maybe it's a couple $100. So you can do this and just duplicate it and do another 54 people, and that will create for you a $2,500 a year income. Per month income. Now, I don't know about you, but if you're given the choice to save $500 or $1,000 a month, the likelihood for most people, it ain't gonna happen. And if statistics and current people in the environment and where the investment arena is today, there are so many hurdles that people are facing in order to accomplish this. I think it's much easier, maybe over the next year if you join Solivay, to introduce 54 people to it through you and the people that you know that you refer to, and work as a group. And there are many people in Solivay that are doing that very easily, okay? So it's only 54 people. And if you want a greater income, create a separate ID and create the same scenario all over again. You can do that in a year. Maybe it took you 2 years. But the likelihood of you setting aside $250,000 or $500,000, I think, is slim and none for most people. So to me, Solivay is really a great investment opportunity if you look at it as an investment. And you can even do this part-time, okay? You don't have to spend full time at it. It's part-time. So to me, I think this is a perception that people ought to look at with Solivay. I think it is something that a vast amount of middle income, upper middle income, and lower income American needs. And they just need to look at Solivay not as all these other terms that you see on the internet, but it is a very good business investing in something that you believe in, okay? Something that you know will happen. People will pay their cell phone bill, especially a plan like this. So I'm going to end this video right now. Remember, go to my blog, 4G4money blog.com and 4G4money.com website, and you have a good day. Bye-bye.